This is the suit of Mark Evans, and shows some of the equipment that they have to wear, the safety helmet and the rebreather mask. And they wear the rebreather mask in case they flip. And in here, they have history of the Columbia Cup. This is a life jacket they used to wear. Some of the older boats in the beginning. Pretty much the same type of life jacket. There's some valve covers from the Atlas van lines in the Squire shop. There's the Miss Bardall back in the day, or a model of it, the Atlas van lines. Miller, the Budweiser, and Graham Trucking. Here we see some more modern driver suits and an Atomic Cup hat. This is where they started going to turbines. I remember the Pay and Pack doing this flip here. That played over and over and over again. The 81 Columbia Cup was great. It was a surprise victory. The Squire Shop team won and beat the Budweiser team with an engine made out of spare parts. And it says here they nicknamed it Acme. Also notable that year was the fact that one driver who drove a hydroplane called the Machine, he left his keys in the van outside the hotel, and someone stole the van. At first he thought it was a joke, but then they drove down to the park and stole his hydroplane too. Here's the U3 after their 1989 Columbia Cup win. This was the last piston boat to win on the Columbia River. It was a humorous victory. The boat that was leading was having a problem and turned off into the infield, and all the boats following him, or all the boats followed him into the infield, cutting the course, meaning they had to do an extra lap, while the U3 figured out what was going on and continued to run the full race course and ended up winning. Here's even the 90s, lots of good excitement there, and even more modern. And then we go over here to the 2000, the new century, and here we've got some video of racing. Here's the propeller that failed, which is a major disaster when they do. It usually rips out the transom. Here's some of the pistons they use in the aircraft engines that used to power them, and well, one of them does still. Here's a piece of the canopy. Here's a more modern propeller. Here's one of the older propellers from the 1960s and 70s. They spin at almost 12,000 RPM and cost close to $5,000 each. Here's the newer propeller. that Mark Evans used to reach 217 miles an hour, and those props run around $15,000. And here's a section of the hull. They use honeycomb nowadays. And back over here we have a collection of helmets.